facing the police every single day.
It's already been litigated in court. You do not want to, Mr. Lanier and Mr. McCoy, you've been put on notice. You don't want to go what happened with Evans
Lozman, please
and
be
have
seated.
be sued individually. Why do you want to expose yourself? Leave things the way they are. Okay, leave the single-family zoning in, and we'll litigate this in court. I'm speaking on behalf of Halo Development.
No.
Yes, I am.
Mr. Lozman, your time is up.
So, on
You will
behalf
have
of
to be
Halo
removed
Development,
from this chamber, Mr. Lozman. Your time is up.
it is not.
Your time is up,
On behalf of
Mr.
Halo
Lozman.
Development, we have a
Please
letter
remove Mr.
that
Lozman
was
from the
sent by
chamber.
Greenberg Trog. Okay, I'm going to read that letter into the record.
Mr. Lozman, you can leave on your own, or you can leave with this gentleman.
Because she did not.
Mr. Lozman, your
Members there
time.
can vote if they
Excuse
want
me,
to
does
hear
anybody
on
want to
behalf
hear
of
more
Halo
from Mr. Lozman? Raise your hand. Thank you, Mr. Lozman. Please remove yourself from the chamber.
I'm going to talk for my 3 minutes.
Mr. Lozman, you do not have the right to talk for 3
You
minutes.
don't have a right to take away my right to talk on behalf of Halo Development. No, you
You're
don't.
not, you are not speaking for another 3 minutes. Excuse me, Mr. Lozman.
Wait a minute. I'm not going to. Go ahead and arrest me. Go ahead and arrest me. Go ahead and arrest me. You're not going to take away Halo Development's right for public comment. I'll tell you right now.
Halo
I'm
Development,
not going anywhere.
Mr. Lozman.
I'm not going anywhere. The former chairperson said I had my
Tim.
9 minutes to talk.
Can
Call
we,
for recess. Thank you so much. Recess, the meeting is in recess.
All right, we're going to start up our meeting again. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Madam Chair.
Yes.
I need to announce for the record that the meeting was recessed for a total of 38 minutes, and we're now reconvening at 7:08 p.m.
All right, thank you. All right, so I understand we're at a point where Mr. Lozman, he finished up his 3 minutes. And it was brought up that I did allow the 9 minutes the very first time when we had the first ordinance. I did that as a courtesy for both sides. There was a professor that came and that wanted to speak on behalf of that position. So because I gave you the 9 minutes to do your position, I gave him the same. Please, Mr. Lozman, let me finish. I gave your version, your side of the story, and I allowed him to do his side of the story. That was because of it being a first read. This being the second read, I don't think that courtesy needs to happen. That's my position on it. As long as legally we're good, and we've given you your 3 minutes to speak, then I would say that is all that would be done tonight.
Did not give Halo Development their 3 minutes or Renegade Trust their 3 minutes. They are both substantial property owners.
Mr. Lozman, your 3 minutes is up. And that will be the end for tonight for you, okay?
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Halo Development or Renegade
Mr.
Trust.
Lozman, you please remove yourself from the podium, please.
I'm not going to, you cannot take away the private property rights.
Chair?
Excuse me,
Yes.
You cannot.
can we allow him his 3 minutes? Because,
Hold on, please, hold on, hold on.
you know, we've already wasted over a half hour. It's just much easier to allow him to say what he wants to say. And then
Hold on, hold on. Hold on, everyone, please. We can put it to a vote,
yeah.
okay? And, but keep in mind that if other organizations that want to come up and do the same thing, we will extend that same courtesy. I want to be very clear why I did it though that one time. It was only because it was a big situation, a big decision to be made, and I wanted both sides to be able to tell their story, you know. And being that this is a second read, nothing changed. But that's just my position. If the board wants to take a vote, make a motion, take a vote, and then we can move on from there, and then we will go
You have 20
on.
people from Singer Island talking.
Please,
One.
please, Mr. Lozman.
What about Rennie?
Please,
Madam
Mr.
Chair.
Lozman.
Madam
Yes.
Chair, there are members of the audience here representing 1,600 signers of a petition, some of whom represent major organizations such as COSI and SICA. Were we to allow any individual to speak more than once in his allotted 3 minutes, I feel it only right that we should allow representatives from other organizations to speak, and if that were the case, we'll be here till next Wednesday.
All right, so Mr. McCoy,
Well, it appears that we have a police department, a sergeant at arms, that don't seem to think that they can remove him out of the chambers. So
they can if they've already been told
but
to do it.
they've already been asked. So if we're not going to move him out of the chambers, allow him to talk. But in any event, we need to move forward in the meeting.
I've already asked him to remove himself from the podium, and if he does not move, then the next step would take place, unless you're wanting to call a vote.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
respectfully, before you arrive, Chair Botel already asked him to be removed. So if they're not going to remove him, allow him to talk. But in any event, we've already wasted 40 minutes.
I agree.
So, like, whatever we're going to do, we need to do it.
Right, I
Is what
agree.
I'm saying, because
I agree.
this can't be an
Yes,
all-day thing.
please, yes, please go ahead and,
For the record, it's not Fane Lozman, it's Halo Development.
all right, so we're still on item 7, we're still doing more.
We're still doing public comment.
Public comment.
Mr. Craig is coming. Mr. Craig?
Who?
Mr. Craig, he's waiting to speak. Let him come up. Stop pushing you.
I hope you're happy, boy. Lock him up! I hope you're happy. Halo Development is not Fane Lozman.
All right, Miss Claudine, where are we? Where are we?
Craig. Stephen Craig.
Hey Sheriff County, this is Sheriff County COPWATCH. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.